Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, so I'm going to introduce a little bit of myself to you that I haven't shared on this channel yet. So what we're going to lead into is how powerful compassion and self-love is, okay? And there's a secret that I realized I've never told you guys. Okay, we're going to get to that secret and what this video is about in a couple minutes. So here's what I want to share with you that leads into that part. So number one, I'm a very, very spiritual person. When I say spiritual, I mean legitimately spiritual. Okay. So the name of the channel is Seduction Power, simply because I'm trying to get more traffic, etc. And I think it is working because this channel is actually kind of moving along pretty good. But it really doesn't match who I am and what my course is really about. It does actually. Okay, here's what I mean. There's a form of seduction which is foreign to the male brain. The male brain is external. The right brain and the female brain is internal. There's a form of right brain sensual seduction. It's romantic. It really, really is what women want. The problem is men, you're not connected to that side. You're very left brain. Your mating system's not connected to the right side of the brain. Hers does. And so it's a foreign concept because you're not neurologically wired in this way. So when I talk to you about it, you're kind of like, oh, okay, Mike, having no idea what it does to her. It is powerful, it is emotional, it is sensual, it is romantic, it is the deepest, most powerful form of romantic seduction you can ever do to a woman. And women, they wish men would do it. They don't understand why men don't do it. They don't get it. They think men are cold. They think you don't care. And I come along and tell them, he doesn't know what this is. Because he's not wired in the way that you are. Okay, I'm telling you, if I could take your mating system and curve it off to the right brain's communication center, key word, right brain, not logical. Because I get these guys, well, I got my master's degree in communication. That's logical communication. I'm not talking about that. Again, this is a foreign concept to the male brain. But I do break it down neurologically, scientifically, way more than enough for you to go, man, that makes a lot of sense. So what we're going to do with you and ask you in this course is to try on a different way of doing something that seems different, odd, weird. It's kind of like driving a car for the first time. It's weird, it's awkward, it's not comfortable. If we can just get you to go back to when you were a kid, when you were a teenager, when you were still willing to explore and try on new things. See, what happens with most human beings is they eventually close up. Like, yeah, fuck trying new things. I'm in my box. I just, don't want to try new things because it's weird, it's awkward. I'm asking you to re-embrace the awkwardness, the beginnings, the startups. The reward will be beyond anything you could ever imagine. It's going to take you from doing the red pill thing but Mike, women, this and I promise you, when you get through this course, you are going to look back at all that bullshit and go, oh my God, I was just spinning in circles. I didn't know that I didn't know. I was the blind leading the blind following the blind talking with the blind, not knowing that any of us were blind. I promise you, this course will show you the light. I promise you, you will see another side. Now, I'm a very spiritual person. The most important thing in the world to me is love. So when I talk about, call it seduction, I don't mean male manipulative, trick her, promise her the world, tell her whatever she wants to hear. That is not what this course is about at all. That's not even remotely close. One of the challenges of marketing this course is the male brain is looking for external visual stimulation, and the course is about internal auditory stimulation, because her brain is stimulated by a certain way of communicating. There's certain hidden patterns that trigger her mating system, melt her heart, and make her fall in love. And now I really wish I could advertise this course in that way, the secondary way, because okay, you want to know what this course is really about? I spent my entire lifetime figuring out what women really want from men. Guys, this course is about her. It's about her benefit. It's about her finally getting love from a man. You're like, what do you mean finally? We pay for everything, Mike. That's not love to a woman's neurology. Her system cannot receive love in that way. She needs to receive mentally stimulating and emotionally fulfilling right brain internal communication. Now that's just a series of words to you right now. When you take the course, you're going to be like, oh, there's a way that women receive love, and unfortunately it's literally in the opposite way that a man offers love. She's pissed off and angry. She thinks you don't give a shit. You're mad and you think she's not appreciative. Because here's the deal, guys. You do love women. You express your love all the time. Unfortunately, the way a man expresses his love is not the way a woman receives love. That's the problem. And now everyone's hurt. Everyone feels like they don't love each other. Everyone's pissed off. Everyone thinks they don't care. When both of you really, 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 really do care. Okay, that's it. Hey, Mike, why did you go down this path? Because I watched my father go through this. I watched my uncles go through this. I watched my friends' fathers go. I went through it in high school. I went through it again in my 20s. It was like, why is it so hard to love a woman? Because you can't love her in the external left brain logical male way. It has to be done in the internal right brain way. If you don't do it that way, it's meaningless to her. You know what? You don't believe me? Have a woman listen to this video from beginning to right now, 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And then listen to what she has to say about everything I just said. 100% proof in the pudding. I'll prove myself all day and all night long. All you have to do is have faith enough to learn. To shift, because a massive shift has to happen in order for you to understand this material, to understand this way. See, when you listen to my videos, like, I get it. You're probably going, oh, okay, this is nice, whatever, dude. Like, it doesn't make sense to you because you're not wired this way. If you were, you'd be like, holy shit, I'm in love with you, Mike. You would be like, man, I'm in love. If God could come down and grab that nerve and curve it off to the right brain's communication center, I promise you'd be like, holy shit, you've been saying these words the whole time in every video, and yet your brain doesn't even pick up on it. And it's the same thing that happens when you're with a woman. When you learn this course, I promise you're going to go, holy shit, women use these words all the time. I'm like, yeah, they've been doing it since you were born. To be honest, they've been doing it before you were born, and before your parents were born, and before their parents were born, and so on and so on. They've always done it. You're the one who's asleep to it. This isn't new to women. This is new to you. The coolest thing in the world, though, when you wake up to this, when you hear this, when you can see it, when you can understand the patterns, you're going to be like, dude, it's everywhere. I'm like, yeah, it's in music. It's in poetry. It's in poems. It's women talk about it all the time. It's in movies. This literally will return the power back into your hands. No, here's the deal. You can't even begin to understand it until we conditioned you to open up to your right brain, to be processing from the right side. So that's one of the challenges in making videos. It's like, if you're not in your right brain, you're not going to understand it. You're going to think you understand it, which means you don't understand it. It's not about thinking. It's about sensing, feeling, and feeling the emotions. Now, I'm about to swing here, but it really isn't a swing. This is why this is the most powerful form of seduction. Now, here's the side that's going to shock you. A third of the course, a core pillar of the course, is about self-love. It's about self-compassion. You might be thinking, wait, he just said the most powerful form of seduction, and then he immediately said self-love and self-compassion? What? Women absolutely melt when you truly, truly develop a level of internal awareness, which means internal connection. It means you begin to have forgiveness, understanding, compassion for yourself. When you truly embody this, women melt. I don't like to use these words, but I don't know any other way to express it. All right, think of yourself as a ball of energy. Are you angry at yourself? Are you pissed off? Are you always judging yourself? Are you always thinking, oh man, I'm such an idiot. Oh man, why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Oh, she doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, she doesn't like me. Here's the deal. That is negative energy, and it does not feel good to be around at all. When you truly develop this connection with yourself, this emotional happiness with yourself, you begin, again, imagine yourself as a ball of energy. Now you have this ball of energy that it's about light and love in it and comfort and comfortability. You feel comfortable with yourself. Like everybody wants to be around that. They want to touch that. They want to feel love. Here's the deal. Every single person on the planet is running around with anxiety and nervousness and uncertainty and all that stuff. I'm going to teach you how to be the only person you know. Now, I'm about to say a phrase that women will understand automatically, but I'm going to have to literally define it, the definition. I'm going to teach you how to be truly emotionally grounded. And women will melt. They're just going to be like, oh, it's like the safe space. It's like going to a place where you can't get hurt by nothing. You just feel comfortable. You become their teddy bear. You become this energy they have to connect with. They have to be with. I'm going to attempt to define it, but it's better for you to feel it. So you're going to have to learn how to do it. Okay. So for now, I'm going to define it in some way. It is calm. It is peaceful. It is relaxing. It's comfortable. It's like after you get an hour and a half long massage, you're just like, you just feel so good. You know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's exactly like after you have an orgasm. You completely and totally relax. That's emotional fulfillment. Here's another word. Contentment. The most powerful experience that you can have, the most powerful form of seduction, is emotional contentment, complete and utter contentment. Now, my course, a third of that is the mastery of getting to this space. It's not easy. Now, you're going to get to level 2 of contentment. I'm going to take you to level 100,000 contentment. The level that I'm going to take you to is beyond anything that your brain could ever even imagine. Animals will walk up to you. Deer will walk up to you. I'm sure squirrels will walk up to you. Babies will crawl to you. Children will walk up to you and they'll lean on you. And that's what happens is women will want to touch you. And you'll start noticing women will just touch you or lean on you. Oops, sorry. No, they want to feel that feeling that you're feeling. This is when I see seduction, this is what I mean. But I don't mean that the left brain on, hey, what's the right thing to say, Mike? What's a good opener? What's a good line? That's not what we teach here, man. What I'm going to teach you is much, much more powerful. It's much, much more important, and it's a whole hell of a lot more meaningful to a woman. And the word meaningful is everything to a woman. That's what she's looking for. One of the things, when I say what does a woman want from a man, she wants meaningful. She wants meaningful conversations. She wants meaningful experiences. She wants meaningful understandings. This is just one piece. And you're like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Now, it's not like, it's meaningful. Oh, okay, Mike said meaningful. No, it's It's a form of conversation. It's a hidden set of patterns. There's a way to begin to develop this and create this. Now, why is it so important? Because her right brain is always looking for a deeper meaning. And her mating system is connected to that part. So when you begin to create these emotional, meaningful experiences, these verbal, meaningful communication patterns, all of a sudden she melts and she falls in love with you. Now, there's a few core pillars in my course, and when you understand them completely and then combine them, I'm going to say it in the female way, because this literally is the female way of saying the same thing as seduction. You will become an emotional, fulfilling, and meaningful machine. What do you mean, Mike? You will become a seduction machine. Here's the thing. If you talk to a marketing executive, let's say, oh yeah, you use different words to sell to women than you do to men. You don't use the same. See, there's literally a male language and a female language. Nike, Starbucks, I'm trying to think, any major corporation, they'll say, yeah, because they have a marketing team, and the marketing team's going to say, well, yeah, you can't sell, say, bras to a woman using male masculine terms. They're going to be like, what? It's like their brain won't even get it. All right, here's my point. There are terms that you don't get that she does, and holy shit, does she light on fire. So here's the deal. A lot of people would be like, so what do you do for a living, Mike? If I had to pick one phrase, because there's actually a few, I would say emotional healing. Now, here's the other phrases. Energy healing, spiritual awakening, men's elite dating and relationship coaching, life coaching, communication expert. Now, I have a ton of certifications. I'm an NLP trainer, Master Ericksonian hypnotherapist, Master Practitioner of Timeline Therapy, HNLP. I forget what Tony Robbins calls it. I mean, trained in that. What is he called? Neuroassociative conditioning, Reiki Huna, pranic healing, communication linguistics, psychology. I studied psychology in college. So here's what I want to say. You know, when people say, oh, spiritual awakening, 90% of them, maybe more, are full of shit. They don't even know what a spiritual awakening is. They've never had one. They've never experienced it. It's just a cool phrase to say for the day. With me, you will have spiritual experiences. You will have real, verifiable spiritual experiences. So I know just to say things like energy healing and spiritual awakening, okay, when you experience it, you're going to know. Now I'm going to go back to a couple words and wrap it up. So number one is the word contentment. I realized one day after doing meditation for many, many years, every day for an hour to 2 hours a day, sometimes a lot longer on the weekends, I just felt so at peace. I felt so content. I started to understand what I call it the spiritual people, the mystics, like, well, it's not about things. It's not about monetary things is another word. On the physical plane, there's another word for that. People, if I get a better car, I'm going to be happy. If I make more money, I'm going to be happy. If you start, okay, here's the deal. Watch this. Okay, let's say you make $100 million. What is it that you really want? A bunch of printed $100 bills in your closet, sitting there doing nothing? No. That $100 million will finally make you feel safe. It'll finally make you feel content. Why do we want to have sex so bad? Like, what is that drive? It comes from anxiety and fear and frustration and all the negatives in life. After you have an orgasm, for the next 3+ hours, you're just like, oh, you just fall asleep. Like, oh, I feel so good. Like, all the worries go out the window. All the problems go out the window, at least for that moment in time. And you could get a good 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, and you feel great. You feel content. Once you have an orgasm, stress is gone. It's replaced with contentment. Now here's the deal. The way a woman gets to contentment is not through the groin, through sex like you do. She has to do it mentally and then emotionally. So number one, forehead. I'm touching my forehead with my number one finger. I drop down to my heart, number 2. My fingers are there now. A man goes from a groin, has an orgasm, and then opens up to his heart. We're both trying to reach the same place. She does it from the other direction. So here's the deal. When you master the art of learning how to be content before sex, that will lead her to have sex with you. This is why being emotionally content inside will make women want to have sex with you. I shouldn't say make, it doesn't force them, it allows them. It allows them to open up and to feel comfortable with you. Now here's the really interesting thing about all of this. It's not anything that you do to her at all. It's not what you say, it's not how you say, it's none of that. Everything I've described is about you learning how to do this to you. And that's when Benham says, you know, if getting laid is great, he goes, being happier is even better. Because this course teaches you how to make yourself feel, not only be happy, but feel physically in your body, emotionally happy. You feel content. You go from frustrated and angry all the time to, oh man, I feel good. See, here, why do you want to drink that beer? Because you want to feel good. Why do you want to have sex? Because you want to feel good. Why do you want $100 million in the bank? Because you want to feel good. I'll teach you. Now watch this. When you learn how to feel and create the emotions of feeling good, it attracts money. It attracts women. It attracts everything that you want in life. When you're angry and frustrated and stressed and you don't feel confident, you don't feel comfortable, it pushes everything away. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Now you might be thinking, yeah, well, Mike, I've got a messed up neck, I've got a messed up back, I'm in pain all the time. All right, let me tell you something. I got ran over by a car 16 years ago. I competed in BMX racing, boxing, kickboxing, football in the high school and college level, wrestled in college. I have been jumped on the street. I have been beaten with baseball bats. When I got ran over, I broke over 24 bones. My neck and spine are screwed up to the maximus. I just got in another accident, flipped over my bike, separated my shoulder. My upper spine and neck is completely messed up. I'm going to have surgery. And yet, I feel great. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and I don't take medication. I don't even do aspirin or Excedrin. Nothing. You want to come out of the pain? We need to get you to the open end, the bigger picture. Not going down, because that concentrates the pain. When we can flip this around, the pain opens up and relaxes, and now you start to feel better. The feeling good is what attracts women.
I used to have this thing where when you're like a Mr. Invisible Man and people don't pay a lot of attention to you, you want to get their attention even more. And so I used to try to get girls' attention even more, see if they're looking at me and this and that. But the more I worked with Mike and the more I was able to, connect with myself inside and become internal, it didn't really matter all that much if they were looking at me or not. Mm-hmm. It's like, if I feel good, then I feel good. And I think I said this in the last video. You're getting a girl because you want to feel good anyway, so why not just feel good?
Yeah, and I think that'll be a good way to wrap it up. So a lot of guys think, if I get the girl, then I'll feel good. It's the other way around. When you feel good, it's not even that. Did you talk about the whole thing about being okay with yourself?
Yeah.
In this video?
Yeah. In the last one I did.
When you're okay with not being perfect, when you're okay with not being whatever, not being perfect, not feeling bad, having a bad day, when you're okay with that, suddenly women start to notice you. Suddenly women start to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Benham's getting tired. It's freaking late here. Got to get off. So, anything else you want to say?
If getting girls is good, but getting happy is even better. It's more than happiness, though. I'd say it's fulfillment. It's if you feel like you're missing something in your life and you wake up every day looking for it, he's got it.
It's about learning how to create and live a meaningful life. So Ben have said it, it's emotional fulfillment, which is contentment. And like I said just a few seconds ago, when you feel good, that's when you get the girl. That's when you get the job. That's when you get the raise. That's when you get the offers. That's when everything comes in. Because people want to be around other people who feel good about themselves. When you are just emotionally feeling good, people start to feel good. They're not even conscious of it. All of a sudden they're saying, yeah, I can do that for you, versus calling on the phone to some kind of like maybe Apple to ask them about how do I do this on my computer, and you're all angry and grumpy and frustrated and talking about, and it's going to make them irritated too. It's the same thing with women. And if you irritate someone on the phone that you're asking for help, they're not going to help you. They're going to try to get off the phone. We are going to teach you how to turn the world around. Your whole existence is going to shift. I'm even going to teach you how. There's literally ways, techniques on how to love yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, the most attractive, the most romantically seductive thing you can do is just love yourself. Who wants to be around someone who has self-hate? See, here's the deal. If you can't love yourself, you can't love someone else. That is absolute truth. You think you can? No. And women know this. You're going to get angry at her. You're going to get frustrated. Any little thing is going to piss you off. When you learn to truly feel good about yourself, you bring that into a relationship. But most guys are, hey, Mike, how do I make her feel good? And I say, by making you feel good. It's like somebody making a shit hamburger, like out of shit, versus someone who's making a hamburger that's delicious. Which one are you going to eat? It's like making ice cream out of shit versus making ice cream out of vanilla, strawberry, raspberry ice cream. That's literally what we're talking about. When you learn how to love yourself, you'll learn how to love her. Until you can truly embrace yourself and love yourself and have compassion for yourself, you can't do it for another human being. And those are the skills that I'm going to teach you how to do. And all of a sudden you go into a relationship with these abilities to love someone, to have patience with them, to have compassion, because you've developed it in yourself. Now you can. That's what my course is about. Go to MikeKollin.com. Remember, click subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.